Hey guys, it is me, the Wild West Gamer, sat here bringing you the second video I'm doing for E3. This one is my summary, my impressions of the Sony conference, and it was fantastic. It was really, really good. I felt that everything we saw from Sony was it's just what we wanted to see. It was just games. It was really, really good games. All lots of new ideas, lots of just you know what. Sony seems to have really thought about what they're doing with their new console. They've really put their finger on the pulse of the people and said, "What do you guys want?" And we've said, and they've said, okay, that's what we'll make. Not only that, they've looked across at Microsoft and what Microsoft are doing, and they've said, hey, how do you feel about this, guys? And people have said, we're pissed, we're not happy. And they've said, well, we're going to do what makes you happy. And they have. You know that your console is very warmly received when you put up on screen, we're not going to stop you buying used games, and people start cheering, screaming, hollering, taking pictures of that shit. It's like, what? How is something that should be a no-brainer getting, it's just, how is something like this such a big deal? Xbox should know that this is almost like commercial suicide to impose such strict restrictions on what should be about fun. Yeah, Sony's like, we're not going to stop you buying used games. We're not going to stop you sharing games. When you buy that game, that is your game. That is your copy. You do what you want with it. Yeah, as long as not pirating it or anything like that. You do what you want with it. You're not. There's no online requisition. You have not got to go online to, update the thing every 24 hours. If you want to play single player campaigns offline, do it. It's fine. There's no restrictions there. You don't have to use all this passcode shit and all that sort of stuff. You are free to enjoy your games console how you want to enjoy your games console. And that's just to say for the next generation consoles that one of the big features is you can do what you want to do. It's just fucking stupid, isn't it? It is such a stupid. I can't even believe that this is actually one of the big things about the next generation. Who's going to be letting people play used games? Really? This will be the generation where people look back and go, hey, do you remember when Microsoft revealed themselves as being the money-grabbing, stingy assholes they were? It's just so ridiculous. I can't even understand how it's come to this point. If you'd said to me 6-7 years ago with the release of the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 that for the next generation we would not be worrying about what games and what features the consoles had, what sort of specs they were using, but instead whether or not they allowed us to play used games, I would have laughed in your face. But here we are, 2013, looking forward to the next generation, wondering who's going to provide us with the ability, not to get screwed over if we want to buy used games. It's fucking nuts. But that aside, Sony had some really good stuff. They showed off some more about Knack, which I really like the look of. It looks like this really good, fun, sort of kid-friendly game, but with a lot of substance to it. The way that Knack can grow and be built up, and the way when he takes damage he loses bits of his body, and that it's just a really cool idea. And what I like is whilst it's taking a cool idea, it's also showing off the power of the console, the tech that is inside it. Infamous Second Son looks badass. I just love superhero games. I think most of them that are based on DC or Marvel tend to suck, with exception to a couple which I'll get to. But this is really good superhero game because it's an independent story. It's not it's not set in any pre-established comic book universe. This is something that was created by Insomniac and no, not Insomniac. It's Sucker Punch. Sorry, yeah, created by Sucker Punch. It looks really, really good. Nice new character, nice new powers, nice new setting, really fresh ideas. Really looking forward to it. And plus, there was never really that many Infamous games on the PlayStation 3. We had 2, and then we had that DLC pack for the second one. With vampires. So yeah, we never really had that much. So I'm still happy to. When the PlayStation 4 comes out, I would be happy to get Infamous Second Son. It's not something that I feel's had its day. Killzone, Shadowfall, we saw a bit more of. Now, Killzone, of course, has got 3 titles out already, 3 main titles. It also has a PSP game and a PS Vita one coming out. But you know what? I'm really buoyed up to see Killzone Shadowfall. I really think that Sony needs to craft its own exclusive first-person shooter series in the way that Microsoft has its big hitters there. The thing is, though, that I just feel that Sony's sort of coming with an advantage that people want to see its stuff because people know it's probably going to be the console they're buying. So Sony's just putting all that effort into making these fantastic games, and I would really love for Killzone Shadowfall to be a game that people not only respect as being a good game, but respect as being a new way of playing FPSs. Because if you play the Killzone games, they are so different from what you're used to with Call of Duty or Battlefield. I really enjoy them. I enjoy playing them online more than I enjoy playing Call of Duty or Battlefield. I really do. And some people go, "Oh, I can't get into the Killzone games." Yeah, but why is that? Is that because you've been brainwashed all these years into playing the Call of Duty Battlefield style? Try something new. Try something different. Killzone for me offers a far more honest and realistic interpretation of war than Call of Duty or Battlefield. That's my personal opinion. I believe that. So with the new tech for Shadowfall, I'm really excited of seeing multiplayer. I'm not really a big multiplayer person, but hey, listen, when I'm not having to, shell out full price for some of the games, when I can buy them second hand, and when there's no online restrictions, yeah, I'll buy any shit that you throw me there. We got the price also of the PlayStation 4. It turns out the article I read in that paper, in that UK publication, was bullshit. It's about £350 in the United Kingdom. It's €399 in Europe. I don't know how much it is stateside, I'm afraid, but £350 is pretty good. Especially when Microsoft's charging, $499, $500 for their console. I'll go with that. Seems reasonable to me, and plus the console looks nice. I really like the console. A lot of people online saying it's sort of got this PlayStation 2 vibe to it. Yeah, you know what? I can see that. And to be fair, PlayStation 2 I think is a quite good looking console. And yeah, I like this console. I really do. I like the look of it. I mean, the Xbox One isn't too bad, but it looks a bit blocky. The Xbox One versus PS4 it sort of looks like it's made out of. It just looks like it's made out of different bits. It's all it's quite futuristic, but at the same time a bit retro. I like that, and also the controllers glow yellow, which is a colour we've never seen before. So yeah, you know what? New things, new stuff. It just feels fresh, and it's all very interesting. We had Kingdom Hearts 3 announcement, which looked quite cool. Not really much gameplay, just an announcement. Looked really fun. Assassin's Creed: The Black Flag looks like it's coming up nice, but I can't shake the feeling Assassin's Creed is very quickly becoming a cash cow for Ubisoft. I don't know why. I just think that they had this really unique idea with Assassin's Creed, and it quickly became way too Ezio De Firenze d'Auditorio, whatever the fuck his name is. I think it just became a bit too much Ezio-centric, and the problem is then after that with Assassin's Creed 3, people weren't happy. They didn't like the change of character, and now with Kenway, we'll have to see. We'll see what happens. How the game. I expect people are going to buy the game regardless. It's an Assassin's Creed game. It's like it's like you stick Call of Duty down in front of people. They're going to buy it. I didn't think it looked overly exciting, but it looked good fun. A big game that got me excited was The Division. I really like that. Tom Clancy's The Division, set in a sort of a post-apocalyptic world where a pandemic has ravaged the world. Society's sort of degenerated into kind of bands of survivors, war bands as well, and it's this sort of near future tech inspired world. So there's things like smart watches, smartphones, all this sort of technology stuff. What I love about Ubisoft games is they take features from other games at work and stick them into other games, giving them sort of the look that that game has, but still using those key features, which is really good. It's a good idea, because if something works and can be transplanted, do it. Do it. If it adds to the gameplay and if it doesn't feel cliched, do it. And the Division really does this. What's nice is that there's no on-screen HUD. It's all done. It's a bit, sort of a la Dead Space. It's all done through this holographic projection around you. He pulls up his wrist. You look at his wrist. He's got this sort of scrolling menu wrapped around his wrist coming from this watch. Your inventory, your skills, map. When you select map, the sort of holographic 3D map pops up around him on the ground. Very cool. Looks really great. Graphics look lovely. Gunfights look fantastic. They've really struck up this lovely balance between action as well as realism. So when people are firing at the car, you hide behind this police car, and they're spraying the car with bullets. Windshields, popping up with holes. Doors are getting riveted. The lights on top of the police car, smashing that really nice effects for everything. Likewise, when he's popping shots back through this sign these people are hiding behind, you can see the holes spray through the sign, and light starts coming through it. That is really, really good. Little things like that, little details in the game make a big difference to a whole, and I really like it when games don't try to make gunfights uber bombastic. They try to give them a grounded sense of realism, and I really think that The Division is something I'm going to be looking forward to. I really like Tom Clancy games. Some people say that that series is being milked, and to be fair, it may be, but you can't deny it with Ghost Recon Future Soldier and with the way this looks. Maybe even with Splinter Cell Conviction, definitely. I really love Splinter Cell Conviction. Not sure about Blacklist, but probably because Michael Ironside's not doing the voice of Sam Fisher. That's probably why I'm a little bit like about Blacklist. But with those games I just mentioned, you can see how the Tom Clancy name is being used by Ubisoft, the way it's being they're really making good games. There is no denying it. Future Soldier is a good game. Conviction is a good game. This looks like a very good game. People were psyched about it in the hall. You could hear them cheering for it. So clearly people like it. Going through there's a group of 3 of them. One of them you're playing as. You're scavenging supplies. Looking for stuff to utilize in this world. Really pretty world as well. Manhattan's all sort of snow covered. Everything looks run down. Cars are abandoned. It's not too I Am Legend or anything like that. Not too Fallout. It still looks like there's some semblance of normality, perhaps, but violence and resorting to the ultimate acts of basic human instinct seem to quickly have become the norm. So, but there's still, like I say, semblances of there's still a lot of technology. It seems to me like there are unified organisations of different survivors. Listen, there's very scattered details at the moment, but my impressions were it looked very good. It looked very nice. What else was there? Final Fantasy, new Final Fantasy. I'm not a big Final Fantasy. Go fuck itself. I just and you know what? No Final Fantasy is ever going to be good as Final Fantasy 7, right? Sorry, it's just true. So I mean, there's no point in trying to make a Final Fantasy that's different, because it just seems to make them worse. What else was there that excited me? Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs looks really good. I'm really interested about that. It turned out it was one of those games where I thought was going to be just a filler game. Stuff was going to be coming out either side of it, and that would be the game you bought. Now this looks like a big AAA title. Really, really interesting gameplay mechanics. A big world by the looks of it to explore. Completely interactive. That's the sort of shit we want. Really good fun. Still a lot of intrigue about the story and the character. Just everything about it looks really, really interesting. And it's nice to see that Ubisoft are the one making these sorts of games that get me interested, get me psyched. So yeah, we'll be waiting rather excitedly for that to show its head, and we'll see some more of that. What else really? Not a lot really. Yeah, I mean, apart from that, the weird thing is, there's been a lot of games released, not really a lot of gameplay. It doesn't feel like a lot of gameplay's been real. Perhaps it's because it's only the second day, more's going to be coming out. But I don't know. It just feels like there's not a lot being revealed. Sorry, as far as gameplay goes. Bethesda, of course, are announcing their next best unknown title. As far as I'm aware, I've not seen anything yet. I'm really crossing my fingers for a Fallout 4. I really would love a Fallout 4, but if it's not, swings and roundabouts, isn't it, really? You know, shit happens. So we'll wait and see. So yeah, I can't think of anything else that really got me going. There's some Mad Max game coming out. I was like, that blatantly looks like a time for the film that's coming out soon. So yeah, that's it really, guys. You know what I'm gonna do? I've got another video for Nintendo coming out when it does, and I'll do like sort of a wrap up show video. So far though, my thoughts. I've seen lots of cool shit. I'm just not really feeling. I don't know. It's really weird. E3 is this great way of building you up for it and then sort of disappointing you. Sorry, Batman. That's it. Batman Arkham Origins. Meant to mention this. Batman Arkham Origins looks really cool. Yeah, it looks really good actually. Rocksteady. Probably I would have preferred them to be involved just to know that it's got their seal of approval because they make a good Batman game. But I'll trust in you guys. I'll trust in you kids on the block. See what they come up with. Batman looks great. Gotham looks great. Seen the villains. You've got Black Mask, Bane. Black Mask, Black Skull, Black Mask. One of those. Deathstroke, Bane. You've got the Jokers in there at the end, so it's really cool. Not Mark Hamill voiced Mind, but swings around about and do a bit. Yeah, it looks really, really good. Actually, I'm really excited about it. You've got all of Gotham to play in. This is the prequel story to the Arkham series. It should be good. Combat still looks fairly similar. We'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, that was sort of it, really. It was really bizarre. And Dead Rising 3, of course. Which, I don't know. We'll see. So, guys, thanks very much for watching. Check out the videos. Hopefully you like the video. And I will see you guys for the Nintendo conference. And hopefully they bring something really interesting there as well. So, thanks very much, guys. And see you later. Have a good day.